Today I'm going to take you through a workout of unilateral exercises with a focus on cross-body patterning or contralateral movement. Contralateral movement is your body's inherent way of maintaining stability when you're moving your limbs. So for example, when you are walking and you're swinging your left leg through, your right arm is going to follow so that you're counteracting those forces and you move in a straight line. You'll see the same things when you're biking, when you're swimming, when you're crawling. So it is a very natural way of maintaining that stability. So through the workout today, that's what I want to be our focus, is stability throughout those limb movements. So we're going to try and minimize the trunk leaning, side bending, and twisting for this particular workout. I'm going to do a little warm up with you guys for 20 seconds with each exercise. And then we're going to move on to our workout. Our first part will be 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off of those contralateral movements. And for the first round, we'll do 3. I will give you explicit instructions for each of the exercises, and then the next 2 rounds will just go together. And then we'll finish off with a 20-second on, 10-second off little round of a more dynamic movement. So there will be a little bit of plyometric exercises, a little bit of movement and bouncing. So you can choose to participate in that part or not, depending on how your body's feeling. So I'll be loading some of the exercises today. So grab yourself a dumbbell, you only need 1, or a kettlebell, or if you don't have either and you do want to load, you can always use a juice jug or a milk jug or something like that. So we're going to get started. We will do our warm-up starting on our back with some dead bugs. Okay, so we're starting with a single limb movement in 3, 2, 1. Keep your arms up, and you're just going to alternate your legs left and right, 20 seconds. Now again, trying to maintain that nice stable core, not pushing your back into the floor or not arching up, but maintaining that pelvis and ribs over top of each other. And switch, we're going to do a bird dog, again with just single limb movement. So again, maintaining that stacking of the rib cage over the pelvis, and really think about creating stability. Okay, back to our dead bugs, but this time we're going to do cross-body or contralateral movement. So we're moving 2 limbs, opposite arm, opposite leg, again maintaining that stack of your pelvis over your rib cage. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Back to bird dog, same thing. Now we're doing 2 limb movements, maintaining that stability and warming up that pattern for our workout. 3, 2, 1. We'll go back and do it again. Okay. Contralateral movements, getting everything warmed up. 1 more round of these, and then we'll stand up. 3, 2, 1. Flip on over. Bird dog, same thing. Nice stacked hands are under your shoulders. Maintaining nice pressure into your hands. And that stacked rib cage over pelvis. And trying not to move or bend. Okay, next 20 seconds we're going to get into a march. But just trying to get a nice even pattern between upper body and lower body. Getting that movement, trying not to do too much twisting, side bending, compensatory movement. Okay, now into reverse lunge. Bring that alternating left and right leg. Bring that arm forward as that leg goes back. Again, that cross body patterning. Okay, we're gonna go back to marching in 3, 2, 1, but we'll add a little bounce this time. Again, now we're a little bit more dynamic. Stabilizing is a little bit more tricky. So keep keep up that nice stability, that stacked ribs over pelvis. 3, 2, 1. Back into reverse lunges. Same thing, but maybe make those arm movements a little bit more exaggerated. Good. Opposite arm, opposite leg, it's natural. 3, 2, 1. Back into marching, but this time we'll do a little bit of a skip. Nice and gentle, still sort of warming up. Good, everything's nice, stable and still. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll go back into our reverse lunge, but let's do with an arm lift. Cross body. So the leg that's going back, the arm's going up. Almost like you might be supporting a load with that arm. So this leg's bearing weight, this arm is bearing weight essentially. Okay, all done. Hopefully you're feeling warmed up. Okay, so let's get going with our contralateral workout. So again, we're trying to emphasize in the inherent stability of contralateral movement. So when we're going through the exercises, maintain that stability throughout. So minimize the bending and twisting of your core or your of your trunk. So we're gonna have 11 exercises, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and we'll go through 3 times. The first round I'll give explicit directions of how to perform the movements, but if you know how to do them and you're familiar with the exercises, then just keep moving. All right, so a little 10-second countdown, and then we're gonna start with crawling. So get yourself into a tabletop position. In 3, 2, 1, we'll lift up those knees, and what we wanna do is we wanna maintain a nice, silent trunk. We'll do 2 forward, 2 back, and ensure that your hands and your feet are moving together, but in opposition. So cross body, 10 seconds left. Keep moving. You can choose to do a hip high position. This will load your shoulders a little bit more. All right, and break for 10. We're gonna get into a reverse lunge with a load. So I'm gonna do a front rack position first, and we're gonna step back. So I'm choosing to do my right leg's going back. I'm placing the load on my right shoulder because this is my stability leg. And you can also do a suitcase version. Nice and easy, minimizing all of that trunk movement. Last 5 seconds, here we go, and then you'll switch sides after a 10-second break. All right, break. I'll show you the kettlebell version. So anytime getting in and out of that work exercise, make sure you're doing that properly as well. So this is the front rack version. Left leg going back this time. Left arm holding the load. Nice and easy. Again, here's the suitcase version to choose from. Last 10 seconds. Nice and easy. Making sure that stability is your main focus here. All right, break for 10. We're gonna go into a bear plank with leg lifts. So lift offs. Get into your quadruped position. Here's your bear plank, knee low position. You're gonna lift up opposite hand, opposite leg, trying to maintain that stability. Try and have your eyes slightly forward of your hands. You can do a hip high position if you'd like. Again, trying to maintain a nice stable trunk. Have that rib and pelvis stacked. All right, 10-second break. Then we're gonna get into single leg deadlift. We're gonna hold in our right hand, and our right leg's gonna go up. Hip hinging backwards. So sending that bum back. This is a Romanian deadlift version. You can choose to do the kickstand as well. But again, you're carrying the load on the opposite leg that's doing the work. Good. Maintain that stacked rib over pelvis. And break. I'll do the dumbbell version for this one. We're just switching sides. I'll start with the kickstand version. Knees together. Same action. Sending that bum back. And hinging from those hips. And then here is the single leg version. Last 10 seconds. 2, 1, and break. Okay, heading into rotational cleans. So we are going to start in a stance like so, and you're going to clean up to a rack position and come back down. So again, power's transferring from opposite leg to opposite arm. Good. Popping up and always coming back down again, maintaining that nice neutral spine, stable trunk, and break. We're going to do the opposite side. I'll show you the dumbbell version. So you're going to start yourself into a split stance, loading that front leg, and you're just going to come up to that front rack position. Good. Drive from that front leg and pop that weight onto your shoulder. Elbow stays fairly tucked in. None of this coming out here. So you have a nice stable shoulder position as well. Again, ribs stacked over midsection. 3, 2, 1, break. Okay, alternating 2-point plank. And we're going to touch our hands to our knees. So into your plank. And you're going to alternate left and right. Hands are under your shoulders. You're trying to maintain that nice neutral spine, stable trunk. And you're alternating left and right. So it looks like this. Nice and stable. That's the name of the game. You can choose to do a bear plank version too if you'd like. We're in that position. Okay, break. Good. Next we're going on to a squat to lunge. So I'll show you with dumbbell first. You're going to start in a squat, and then you're going to bring that leg back into a lunge position. Maintain that isometric squat, and then just throw that leg back of the same hand that you're holding the weight. So opposite arm, opposite leg are counteracting each other, these two forces. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll show you kettlebell version. So again, cleaning up, getting into squat, and that left leg goes back. I'm holding the bell in my left arm. But these are the two forces. Again, nice and stable, stacking your ribs over your pelvis. Halfway. Three, 2, 1. Good. All right, round 1 done. On to round 2. We'll give you a little bit of a break. And we're going to get into our crawls. All right, here we go. 10-second countdown. 3, 2, 1. Nice stable trunk. Opposite arm, opposite leg, moving together. Nice neutral spine. Stack the ribs over the pelvis. Eyes are looking just ahead of fingertips. Last 10. Good, keep it in, 3, 2, 1, and break. Okay, loaded reverse lunge. I'm gonna choose the front rack position. Bell's in my right leg goes back. These two forces, cross body pattern. Now your lunge back doesn't have to be too far, and make sure you bear weight on that last back leg. You want to use both legs to help you up, as you would in any real life situation. Keep it going. And break. 10 seconds. And we'll go to the other side. Okay, bring that bell or dumbbell up if you choose. Full range of motion if you have it. And you don't have to be on a beam either here. So you don't have to be one foot in front of the other. You can have a nice split stance, again, to create that inherent stability. Last 10 seconds, then we're into bear plank liftoffs. Nice neutral spine, stacking ribs over pelvis. All right, get into that quadruped position. Getting ready. 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Trying to think of maintaining that nice stable trunk. If you had a ball on your back or a dowel on your back, it would stay still. 10 seconds. And the lift offs don't have to be too high. And break. Good. Single leg deadlifts. Romanian style. All right, bell on my right leg goes back because my left is doing that work. Send that bum back. Again, maintain that stacked pelvis over your rib cage. Again, the kickstand version, knees are together, but that back leg's just providing a little bit of balance. Nice, tall at the top, and break. All right, other side. So for me, I'm gonna grab the bell with my left. My right leg's doing the work. Send that bum back. Stack those ribs over the pelvis. Hip hinging. The bell goes straight down and straight back up. Again, kickstand version. Just to create a little bit of balance, it fixes your pelvis too, if you want a bit of a different feel. All right, onto our rotational cleans. I'm gonna grab in my right, left leg's bearing the weight up to a clean position. So a nice rack position with a bell, thumb to sternum, elbows in, nice 3-point contact with that bell. Nice stable here. And those forces driven from the legs are coming up through the core into the upper body. All right, I'll do the other side with the dumbbell. 3, 2, 1. Good. Load and explode. Again, nice neutral spine here. That's the name of the game today. Stack that trunk, minimize any of that extra movement. And break. Okay, on to alternating 2-point plank with those Hand to knee touches. Opposite arm, opposite leg, get into the plank. And try and maintain that stability. We're not trying to move fast here. We're trying to minimize that trunk movement, just like with the lift-offs in the bear position. A little bit of an extended version of this. If you had a ball, you want to make sure that it doesn't roll off your trunk. 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, into our squats, into our lunge. So our isometric squat, into the reverse lunge. Squat, send that bum leg back. So again, holding the bell in my right, my left leg is performing a lot of that stability work, counteracting work. My right leg's going back. Stay strong. And break. Okay, other side coming up. And then that's round 2. 3, 2, 1. Into that squat and lunge. Again, we're not trying to get a bunch of reps in here. We're trying to focus on that stability. Optimize our inherent stability. Making sure those knees are tracking over the middle to last 3 toes. Last 5. And break. All right, round 2 done. We'll give you a little bit of a break here and then get into our last round. Hopefully you're feeling some burn. Okay, 15 more seconds. 25 more seconds. And then we'll get into our crawls again. Try and make this your best round, or at least, at the very least, the round that you maintain that form. Okay, here we are. Up we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg, moving together. A few forward, a few back. Whoops. Imagine that ball on your back, not rolling off. Last 10. Three, 2, 1. Into our reverse lunges. Again, you pick your poison. I'm going to do front rack again this time. Again, you can do more of a split stance. Don't have to go back too far, and you want to utilize your back leg. Now more than ever, focus on that diaphragm and that pelvis being stacked and creating stability and fatigue. 3, 2, 1, down. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. So for a side view, my split stance is about that far. Not way back here, and then having to shift my weight forward. Three, 2, 1, and break. Okay, next is our bear plank lift-offs. Into the quadruped, and up we go. Just small little lift-offs. Again, trying to maintain that stable trunk. And if you want, you could
just do, don't even take them off the floor, or just transfer weight. That's always a nice alternative. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Into our single leg Romanian deadlift. Left leg for me is performing, holding the bell on my right. Stacking, sending that bum backwards. Nice neutral spine. I'm not shoving my hips forward at the top. I'm just standing nice and tall, including a nice long neck. This may be a slight chin tuck. And break. Okay, other side. In 5, 4, pick up. 3, 2, 1. Again, maybe you'll find one side's easier than the other, more stable. Just make a note of that and adjust your range accordingly and your tempo too. Don't speed through an activity that feels unstable. Or again, create a little balance check for yourself and break. Onto our rotational cleans. I'll use the bell first. Load up to a clean. I'm loading this left leg, cleaning up here. Again, nice straight and strong at the top. And limiting any extra rotation that might be generated from that force. And maintaining that stacked rib and pelvis. And break. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. Explode and up. Think about coiling and uncoiling like a little spring. Transferring that power through that nice stable core. 3, 2, 1. And down. Okay. We have our alternating 2-point plank with the hand and knee touches. Get into that plank. Nice and easy.
Yeah, they were hanging out with us yesterday.
Again, we're not trying to go fast like a mountain climber. We're trying to maintain stability. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one. Those sneaky hard squat to lunges. 3, 2, 1. ISO squat with that lunge. Nice and stable. Stack those hips and pelvis, or those ribs and pelvis. Easy to get into some extra lumbar extension here. So just make note of that and adjust accordingly. And break. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Load into that squat. And again, these can be difficult without weight. Just emphasize that cross-body pattern. So this arm would come up as you go back into the lunge. Well, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. First part of the workout complete. Okay, for our last bit of contralateral workout, we're going to go through a little bit more of dynamic exercises without weight. It does include some hopping and bounding, so if that's not your style, if you're feeling some aches and pains, then go ahead and forgo this part, but I'll give you some instructions of how to modify on the first round. So we'll do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I've got 4 different exercises, and we'll do it Tabata style, so we'll just go through twice each exercise. All right, so first we're going to be doing an A skip. If you have room to move forward, that would be an added bonus, so you not only get the vertical trajectory but also the horizontal. Although with most of these, we're not trying to bound forward too much. We're trying to minimize ground contact time. And then of course, in keeping with our objectives in our workout today, maintain stability in your trunk. So minimize twisting, side bending. It's going to be more difficult with this because we're having some forces and we're jumping and having some air time. So our first one's going to be A skip. It'll be like a march, but I want you to get a little bit of a hop and slam that foot down on the way down. So it looks like this. So again, I'm not trying to go forward too quickly, but I am trying to make my time on the ground short and sweet. Then we've got high knees. So this will just be essentially running on the spot. But again, focusing on matching those arms and those legs to have that counteraction of force. So a nice big arm swing will help you do that. And again, maintaining that stability on your own as well. Then we're going to be doing some bounding. And so now we are trying to minimize our contact time. And again, this will be good if you have a little bit of room to travel forward, so you can get both the horizontal and the vertical aspect. If not, you can just think about doing it on the spot, and again, counteracting the forces. And then finally, we'll be doing our split squat switches. Okay, so here we go. A little 10-second. And first, A skip. Here we go. 2, 1. Nice high arms, eye socket to hip pocket. Maintaining that stacked grip over pelvis. Nice quick feet on the floor. And almost like you're elbowing someone behind you. And break. Okay, on to high knees. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you'll find some more forces coming through. So really emphasize those arms. And stack the pelvis over the ribs, or the ribs over the pelvis. 3, 2, 1, and break. Okay, bounding. Use those arms. 3, 2, 1. So one foot to the other. Think about floating and then stabilizing as you land. Five. And break. Okay, split squat switches. 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Again, stability main focus. Three. And break. Okay. Back to the start. A skip. 3, 2, 1. Get those arms going. to lean back here. Again, maintain that stack position. Get those arms going. Eyes forward, face relaxed. And break. Bounding. I'm gonna go back so I can have that trajectory a little bit horizontally. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last one. Lunge switches. In 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, and 1. Thanks for joining me. Next week I'm going to be doing an ipsilateral workout. I hope you join me for that too.